So they came and they said, yeah. Then they tried to ask everything, ask the debt, put down the set, and then they said, okay, you are here. It's so swell. We cannot help you. We are going back to the port. Keep sailing. And then when we get closer to Trelleborg, it keeps the wind started dying. You know, when we are getting away from the Baltic, we have protection from the north. So the wind is coming from the somewhat north, so we have some protection. Then when it starts slowly dying, and then when we are getting closer to the port, then there was one boat following us, and one boat already went to the port, and then they started said that okay, then we can tow you.
By the way, none of these rescuers, especially the Swedish ones, they never asked show me ID identification. Passport,
they asked me to verify, but I verified using bank ID.
Okay.
So I gave the person number. They verified.
So they asked for that.
Yeah. So no, they didn't ask me directly. They called from Stockholm. So the office, I have to register through them. So I have to register through my bank ID.
Okay.
So the moment I get registered bank ID, then everything works. So
luckily, I got you still had a phone, right?
That moment I had the phone and network working. You know, when I entered Sweden. So that was
that was luck.
Yeah. And then everything went fine. Then they talked inside. No, they said that your boat is big, so we cannot take you to any marina. So we have to put you in the commercial line. Okay. So the commercial line is
tanker
like
line.
So all the big tankers and in the TT line, which is going to Germany. So Trelleborg is the port for Sweden to Germany the line.
Ferry boats.
The ferry. So the ferries are standing, and I'm in between. So when we came out, we have to cross two ferries on the side. Wow. And then we sat there, and then this guy was cool because he said his girlfriend is not there to trouble anymore. Then what happened? So now we need to fix the problem. Now we know it's the fuel line. We remove the fuel line. There was a problem. So we thought, okay, we'll screw up two. We replace both the fuel lines, the inlet and the outlet. So we took it, and then we went to the store nearby. We walked. Trelleborg. We walk around, and we went to this store. When we went to the store, they checked everything, and he said, "This is British standard. Nowhere in Sweden you will find this kind of connector." Apparently, this guy, the guy who built the boat, he had a relationship something with Britain, and everything he designed inside is British standard.
Wow. I thought you said you will find probably spares in India.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably you can find in India or Britain.
But you know what I did? Like last 1 week, I was circling around India. I didn't find a single sailing boat. So no, I don't think you will get clearance to enter India.
So what is this boat? Has two big sticks on it.
Were you looking in used items?
Vessel finder.
Vessel finder. Nothing in it.
No,
no sailboats.
No,
only tankers.
Only tankers. Only yellow and red military.
Wow, that's so strange, right? A huge country.
It's a peninsula.
Peninsula with no passion of sailing.
Yeah. And this guy,
or probably not equipped with AS.
Maybe. That's true.
Yeah. And this guy, they were like joking about the boat. Where did you build the boat? In the Britain or what? And then they said they did so many things, and they struggled for like 2 hours, and then they gave up. They saying that okay, we cannot. Now we have to say we cannot do. You have to go find something else in Malmo. So then we need to go from Trelleborg to Malmo. They set a place, a store. They close at 4 o'clock. To make this connection, it takes 1 hour. So it's already 2:30 in Trelleborg. So how to go? Like it's only 1.5 hours. So we took a car, taxi. So we took a car and went to this place. This guy, it's a hydraulic shop. It's the biggest shop. This guy show and it was a one small center, service center, but the entire warehouse is the biggest one. But they also said, we cannot fix anything. And then we have to take a bus. There is no bus station nearby. Bus station is like 4 kilometers. We ran. And I was so exhausted. I didn't have food and I'm so tired. I was running. We both were running on the street, Like it was like it is 2 more minutes, 3 more. You catch the bus, and we just when we took the bus, while going to the bus, when we went to the McDonald's, take 4 cheeseburger, and then we ran.
Drive it.
We ran like we ran with the burger, like, and then in the bus we were eating this burger.
You ate in the bus. It's
Yeah,
not allowed, but anyway.
Yeah, but
Who cares
no,
at that
no point.
point?
And then this guy was together with me. That helped me. And then we find then we came up with that. Again, we sit there and think about another solution. Another solution is there was a fuel indicator. We removed the fuel indicator and put the fuel line to that one. So the top and the exhaust line on the other side. So we came up with this idea, and that's okay. We make like a 1.5 meter long fuel line and connect this and try to make it run. And then we came, and this guy, he said, "I'm so tired, I cannot do anything." And then I went inside, and I cleaned it. I poured it. It was around like 100 liter diesel. So I take this diesel and then put it on the top, filter it, and so I keep rinsing it back and forth the tank to clean it. So I was so tired, and I don't have any different. I was doing all this, and I smelled diesel everywhere. My cap, it fell inside.
Oh, in the
It's
tank.
not that there is like a garbage. It's all the oil and diesel. So I took it out. It's so diesel. Still it is diesel. Without that, I cannot hold my hair. It is flowing. And then I took this can and I was trying to put it on the top. I was doing every time I closed the knob and put it on the top. At that time, I didn't close the knob. I left it over there. It smashed on my back. It poured like diesel everywhere.
Oh,
Diesel bath.
I didn't took shower for a while. I took a diesel shower. I was smelling diesel everywhere. Like until now, I took like a proper shower. And the water was empty. We
Yes.
were in the boat all this time. We
No
filled in
water.
Dansk. After that, we didn't fill water anywhere.
Oh, there's empty tank.
So the empty tank. So we didn't have water.
You have to wash in the sea.
Yeah, seawater. Like I took seawater and I was like pouring on it.
Crazy.
So then it's still about yesterday, right? Yeah. Then we fixed, and yesterday we started.
Was it yesterday or the day before? The day before.
I have a detailed log, don't worry. With the timestamp, I have a detailed log. Whenever I'm talking to him, I will be typing or noting down. Because I will forget. I have that. I don't quickly remember things.
Yeah.
So in case if you ask, I want to know.
So
But last night you didn't stop anywhere. You just kept going.
yeah. We started.
You stopped in one small marina. I saw in the log.
Malmo.
Was it now?
Yeah, in Malmo.
In Malmo.
Yeah, because in Malmo also, yeah, we took the channel.
Yeah,
So it was a tight situation because we have to check. The channel opens at 4 o'clock, and we have to be in a very tight situation. So we keep coming. We don't know whether we should put so much RPM whether it will break. Because the old fuel line, it is still there. And if the boat started healing, it'll the fuel will come out. If fuel come out everywhere, there is a chance to catch fire. And then what I did, there is nothing to tape it. There is no proper tape. So I made a cork with the tape. So I made this cork, and then I burned it and then make it foldable. So pushed it. So every 30 minutes, I will go to the engine bay and see if it is leaking. Come back. So, and then we were doing so. When we came out, then this morning, it was horrible. Like the weather was so horrible. Like we come the motor it is like going with the other boat. When you go on the waves, it makes sound, right? Yes. That sound I can hear in this boat. Oh my God! And you see, like the whole boat has been thrown up and down. So it's a huge waves, and then the chair it broke because he was sitting in the chair, and suddenly the whole chair is slapped like this. So he fell and he put his hand on the key. He tried to hold himself by the key. The key bent. So many things broke this morning. Like I was sleeping in the bed and I feel I am standing. I was sleeping like this. I was sleeping on the back, so I am sleeping like this. It was healing like this. And then he told, "Okay, I'm going to leave you in Kungsbacka." I told, "Okay, leave me." Like first, initially, our plan was
I
to
wanted
go
to meet that guy.
Ah,
yeah, But he was also deterred. Otherwise, if it was another person, they would not have agreed to come this long. They
He
would.
was young.
He was young and he want to try sailing and things.
Was
And
is he working or is he studying?
He's a lawyer, so he's doing his business online.
Oh man,
So he's earning from Sweden and spending in Poland.
very cheap. He's living luxury.
He always complains about Sweden. He's a Swedish.
Uh-huh. So last night was rough.
And now
Tomorrow also it's.
Why didn't you stop last night and sleep like more?
no, then it gets too worse. Today it is worse, tomorrow it is worse, next is Sunday or Monday.
So the weather prediction was like 2 days it was, then one day you get a window. One day was decent, not like smooth. It's decent, like
that was yesterday.
13 to 15 knots speed. Then 2 days, Monday till Monday it was.
Yes.
Monday was normal. Then again Tuesday it was. So actually there is a storm in Norway. That is what pushing this side very bad.
So it's so terrible, man. The sea. But one thing I felt was like after a while I felt confident about this boat because even in all the situations it was
still
staying
good,
in one piece. Like
it's
it
very
break and
strong
boat. And still, in the front it is rusted. Still, it is holding it.
Rusted.
In the front, the bow is
Both
rusted.
rusted,
So I need to cut it and put a new part of the boat. Should be redo. That's why it costs like 75,000 to. Yeah.
But you don't have to cut the bow. Only the top side, not the entire.
No, entire.
Really? You can do that. Because it's
Not
still
me, man.
Yeah, but
it's just cutting and welding it. It's a sheet, so you cut it and then weld it with a new sheet, and then you can. That's how they fix it.
Okay, but it is like if you cut it, it will this bed and everything will go right.
You have to
No.
inside.
It is there is a different. The bed is there, right?
There's
Before
a
the
layer.
layer. That layer was this layer was protected. It's insulated again. That is because the anchor chain, right? They take it from the salt water and they put it over there, and it's staying there for a long time. And it's corroded from inside. It started rusting from inside. So that's why.